Guys, I wanted to talk to you about a few things here. I want to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. I'm mostly focusing right now on Ethereum, and this discussion has to do with Ethereum Classic as well, but it's mostly Ethereum. So this is something you got to take a really close look at, and I'll tell you, I've been studying this really hard. For the last 4 days, I've revisited all the numbers and looking at futures and everything, and I need to tell you what I've found, because it's shocking, and this is gonna shake the markets. So one of the things I've been telling everybody to look at is Btc Dominance, and we've been watching it slowly go down. It was just a month ago, we had never seen below 70, and now we're at 46.3%. This keeps on going lower and lower. This means that money is going into altcoins big time. It's huge, the amount of money. Yet we see the market cap for Bitcoin keeps going up. So this is new money. This is new money coming in to the space. And it's not necessarily, it is going into Bitcoin, but it's really going into everything else. And the reason why we can derive that is because we look at the market cap. We just had a pullback, because it was at 90 billion, and it pulled back, and now it's going back up. So quite fast too. So what I want to talk about is Ethereum, and I think that when we talk about this, we need to talk about Bitcoin too. Bitcoin's having scaling issues. People are tired of it. They're sick of it. It's just a big fight over control of Bitcoin, and really it's to a head. I mean, everybody's making videos about how they're done with Bitcoin. They're through with it, and they're moving on to something else. They're using something else because Bitcoin's transaction fees are outrageous. And not only it's the transaction fees, but the time for something to for your coins to transfer on the network it's out of control, and it's a big fight. The fight might end up in a fork. It's a nightmare. It's an honest to God nightmare what's happening with Bitcoin, and there's a lot of coins that are capitalizing on that. Litecoin is, wow, they're really capitalizing on it. Dash has been capitalizing on it some. Monero. All you have to do is look at probably about the top 20 coins, and you're going to find all these coins have really capitalized on Bitcoin's scaling issues and their inability to fix them. But we're here talking about Ethereum. Okay. Now, Ethereum, I've been looking at the numbers, and the numbers are just they're just through the roof on Ethereum when you look at it. In the futures of Ethereum, the futures of Bitcoin are down, the futures of Ethereum are up. So and I'll have a prediction at the here on this. So Ethereum's up, it keeps on gaining, okay, and it doesn't look to stop. And there's a few things you got to take in consideration on these futures on Ethereum. Is there's a lot of coins out there in this list here, that work on the Ethereum network. They work off of Ethereum. So Ethereum is the coin that fuels many of the other coins, or tokens if you want to call them, out there. And there's a lot of them in the top 100 that run on the Ethereum network. Okay, so Ethereum is going to be, you know, that's pushing Ethereum. It ain't going nowhere. And I do believe Ethereum, it could have some issues coming up, and they could be huge. So you know, they're going to move to proof of stake, and this is going to be a big deal on whether it goes smoothly. Just the nature of Ethereum, you know, it runs on a programming language called Solidity, and you run smart contracts on it. It's programmable money. When you open up programmable money, you know, that people can program, you're opening up more holes for hackable money. And we've seen that in the DAO. It's not really even a hack. The guy just programmed money to drain money out of a fund. So they've been going for a little while, and they haven't had any problems. I hope that they don't have any more problems. But you know, if you want to invest in Ethereum, you need to think about that. So moving on, because everything is running on Ethereum, it's going to keep on gaining in market cap, and it's going up. It's just astronomical. Okay, and when you look at the percentages of it, okay, the volume is it's bigger than Bitcoin right now, the trade volume on Ethereum. Okay, and when you look at the percentages of trade volume and it rising, and I've looked at this for several days. You'll come, you know, I want you guys go look too. If you look hard at it, you'll come to the same conclusion. Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin soon. Ethereum will be the #1 cryptocurrency. So, with that said, my prediction for Ethereum is around, in about 2 months, I think we're going to see about $400 Ethereum. It could be sooner than that. By the end of the year, I think we're going to be in the $1,000 range. Okay, $1,000 Ethereum, guys, and you heard me right. And all it needs to do is go to 400, and it has overtaken Bitcoin. Okay, if it's at 400, that's $42 billion, and that puts it above Bitcoin. Okay, so you can check out some articles talking about it. South Korea is pumping big into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, they're dumping their money huge into it. You can come. I'll link all the articles that I'm showing here. I'm just going to show two. There's a lot more out there, and Ethereum has higher trade volumes than Bitcoin, and futures have reversed, meaning that, you know, the futures of Bitcoin are down and the futures of Ethereum are up. So we're looking at a massive flip of coins. Is there in the Ethereum world? They're calling it the flippening, and that's where Ethereum flips the whole network and becomes #1. And the prediction is when that happens, it is really going to skyrocket. Because all the money that is in Bitcoin that's not there for, you know, that is speculating in Bitcoin will then be thrown into Ethereum like we haven't seen yet. So when it does overtake Bitcoin, we're probably going to see it it's going to rocket up. So so you can take a look at these, and it has some market analysis on it. So it's gonna do it, you know. Here's another one. Ethereum rises to more than 50% of Bitcoin's market cap. So Ethereum is more than 50%, and you can see it in the numbers here, you know, 21 billion versus 37 billion. So it's going to overtake it. So, and I'll have this this article as well will be linked. So just the numbers and the percentages, this is what it's telling me when I look at this. I've been studying it for 4 days now, and it seems like now all of a sudden everyone else is coming up with articles on it, but that's what's happening. So, you know, I would advise, you know, cautiously to, you know, you need to look into Ethereum as a investment, because I think we're going to see $1,000 Ethereum by the end of the year, and it will be number one. Bitcoin will no longer be number one. It's going to be really hard for people to imagine that, but that's what I think is going to happen. The next thing on this is I know not everybody has, you know, thousands of dollars to throw into one coin. So I think when we're talking about this Ethereum Bitcoin, we need to also include Ethereum Classic. It's enjoyed such an incredible rise that you know, and a lot of people kind of seem to think it's over, and I'm telling you right now, Ethereum Classic's rise is not over. And I've always said it Ethereum Classic has the potential to overtake Ethereum. Okay, let me say that one more time. Ethereum Classic has the potential to overtake Ethereum. Now, think about that for a minute. Ethereum's going to be number one. Ethereum Classic could end up actually being number one. And I've stated the reasons for that. You know, they're going to put they're going to put a cap on the number of coins out there. And Ethereum is uncapped. So this will have a scarcity that Ethereum will not have, and it'll run everything that Ethereum can run. And they're going to stay at proof of work. So this, guys, if you're out there mining, you need to be mining it. You need to be mining Ethereum or Ethereum Classic. And I think Ethereum Classic is an excellent choice. So anyway, so that's what we're looking at. Bitcoin's dominance is going to go away. We will see Ethereum as number one, and that's what the markets are saying. That's what, you know, the growth is reading. Ethereum has exploded since the beginning of the year. The growth has been just absolutely incredible. And when you look at that chart of the growth since the beginning of the year, it's inevitable. It will take over Bitcoin. It will be number one. I'm letting you guys know. Go out, do your own research, and look at the charts. I'm trying not to get too heavy into charts and numbers. I don't like doing that to people, because I want you to go out and look it up. But that's what's going to happen, guys. And don't forget Ethereum Classic. So this is stuff you need to be looking into. I'm heavily invested in all of these, so do your research and find out what's best for you. But keep in mind that we're going to see the flipping right here. And on another note, you guys need to, if you're not subbed, if you are not subbed to crypto, you guys want to find out everything that's happening on Ethereum, okay? you need to sub to crypto right here. It's crypt with a 0, not an O, but the number 0. And he's going to keep you well informed on what's going on with Ethereum, and he'll let you know about the ICOs on Ethereum. If you guys are investing in an Ethereum ICO, you know, it's an ICO coins that are out there. Do your research and make sure that you know you're actually getting into something. There's a lot of stuff out there that are not good investments. Make sure that you're investing in something really solid. So come over and check out his channel. He has the best information out there on Ethereum, and you can see right there by his subs. I've been following him, man. I think I started following him when he had only like, I think he's around 1,000 subs, and look at him now. It's amazing. He is just, he's kicking ass, and you can check out his channel and you'll see why he's kicking ass at it. So alright guys, that's it for this discussion. You know, my prediction, and it will come true, Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin, and you're going to see it here shortly. It's going to happen very soon, and we will be seeing, you know, we're going to see it. Ethereum's going to go to about 400, and once it hits 400, it is going to, I think we're going to see it jump up several $100s very fast. Probably a little pullback, and then it'll start raising again. And I do believe we're going to see $1,000 Ethereum by the end of the year. Keep your eye on Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is, even at this price right here, this is an incredible buy right here. Ethereum Classic is traditionally 10% of Ethereum, so if you go by that, Ethereum Classic should be $22 and it's 17. So this is a steal right here, and this is a super long-term hold. You guys, that's all I do is long-term holds, if you don't realize that. And I do believe Ethereum Classic has the ability to overtake Ethereum. So alright guys, research it out, and I will talk to you later.